So, y'all know how the feds have been coming for Diddy from every angle, right? Well, it looks like they've moved on from his infamous freak-offs and are now exposing him for allegedly taking out his ops. That's right, the streets have been whispering about this for a minute. But now, we might actually have some receipts. First things first, let's talk about how this all started. Remember when Cassie dropped that bombshell lawsuit and then Lil Rod Jones Jr. came through with his own allegations? Well, now the feds are claiming that Diddy allegedly tried to take out Katt Williams after Katt spilled some major tea on Club Shay Shay earlier this year. Y'all, this is wilder than a roller coaster ride at Six Flags. Now, we all know Katt isn't one to hold his tongue. He's always ready to expose the dirt in Hollywood. And that's exactly what landed him in this mess. During that Club Shay Shay interview, Katt dropped some next level tea about Diddy that had everyone's jaws on the floor. But here's the real question. Is Diddy just head over heels for Katt like he claimed? Or is he so down bad that he's doing whatever it takes to get to him? Let's rewind a bit to that wild interview with Shannon Sharpe. Katt was spilling tea left and right about Hollywood's big names, but the part that really got everyone talking was his story about Diddy. According to Katt, Diddy tried to seduce him and get him in his bed. But when Katt turned him down, things allegedly got ugly.
I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say them so freely.
Kid, I need to know. You here, get your number.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Now, unless you've been living under a rock, you've probably heard the whispers about Diddy's extracurricular activities. But this tea about him allegedly threatening to assault Katt, that's a whole new level of mess. But here's the thing, besties, this isn't even new information. People have been whispering about Diddy's alleged preferences for a while now. We're talking rumors about him getting flirty with both ladies and fellas and supposedly having a whole harem that isn't just full of chicks, if you catch my drift. Now let's take a trip down memory lane. Remember Wendy Williams? Back in the 90s, she was one of the few brave souls who tried to expose Diddy's alleged secret activities on her Hot 97 talk show. And let me tell you, Diddy was not having it.
I remember I got off the air one day and them the total bitches were downstairs waiting and everybody upstairs at the radio station is looking down, egging it on, waiting for something to go down. I wasn't yet married. My knight in shining armor screeched up in his car just out of nowhere. I didn't even know what was about to happen. Skell hiding like a girl. Thanks, Skell. I'm standing in the door like, what? And I'm literally about to go through. Now, I'm not like, what, let's fight, because I'm not one of those type of broad.
Can you believe that? Diddy allegedly ordered the ladies from his girl group Total to try and jump Wendy. But our girl Wendy wasn't about to back down. She kept dropping hints about Diddy being on the down low. And honey, Diddy was fuming.
There was a radio personality once upon a time. Her name was Wendy Williams. And she was practically burned at the stake for talking about such. And now it's all come full circle.
Wendy's ex-husband, Kevin Hunter, spilled even more tea about how close Diddy came to ruining Wendy's life and career.
Is it true that Diddy got her fired from the radio station? Did he have anything to do with that?
I think that he had, yes, I think he had, well, let's be clear, nobody got fired.
Okay.
He got suspended.
Okay.
Yeah. Did he use his influence and power with Steve Smith and him at the time, and God knows whatever his relationship was with the overall station, because Bad Boy was a powerhouse. We all know how Bad Boy dominated a large part of the 90s. And as far as New York, you know, there was a powerhouse. So was he, you know, King Joffrey Joe? Yeah. Did he go in there and shake him up and say, yo, you know, I want this chick off? She dissing my group and all kinds of shit, yeah.
Y'all, isn't it wild how Diddy's first reaction was violence? Like, what happened to talking things out like adults? But then again, given what we know now, should we even be surprised? Now, let's fast forward to Cassie's lawsuit. This thing was so heavy, it came with a trigger warning on the first page. Cassie accused Diddy of not just hurting her, but also manipulating her throughout their 10-year relationship. She even claimed he forced her to be intimate with male escorts at his freak-off parties. Like, what in the world? Diddy thought settling out of court would put an end to it all. But, honey, that just opened the floodgates. Multiple women stepped forward with stories about how Diddy had allegedly assaulted them, including one who claimed she was very young when it happened. This had everybody questioning what really went down at these freak-off parties and whether there was actual consent involved. Now, let's get one thing straight. Being gay isn't the issue here. Diddy can do whatever he wants in his bedroom. It's all the shady stuff and secretiveness that's got people talking. And the fact that he allegedly hurt so many people along the way, that's what's really messed up. Remember Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard? He spilled some major tea about those freak-offs.
She say that, in this lawsuit that, Diddy, he enjoyed watching her get smashed by BBCs. So, what you think about that?
Do you think she was the only one getting banged by him? Do you think this man had this woman search for prostitutes online just for them to have sex with her?
Is it just me, or does it seem like Gene isn't Diddy's biggest fan? I mean, can you blame him? Imagine working for Diddy and seeing all that crazy stuff go down. Now let's circle back to Katt Williams. This man has built his whole reputation on calling out every shady part of the industry, and he's not about to stop now. He's been coming for Diddy since way back in 2011, exposing him and Jermaine Dupri for allegedly assaulting the Criss Cross boys when they were just kids. Y'all, this tea is darker than my morning coffee. According to Katt, Jermaine Dupri noticed Chris Kelly and Chris Smith when they were still in elementary school. By the time they hit 12 and 13, they were making waves in the industry, but behind the scenes, things were allegedly dark. Katt claims Jermaine was assaulting them and even passing them out to his industry friends, including Diddy. It's just a tragic situation all around. In an interview, Chris Kelly had this to say: "We were just playing video games at this mall in Atlanta when all of a sudden this dude comes to us and said he'd like for us to work with him as rap musicians. We had no idea who he was. In fact, I told my daddy that the guy was probably a child molester." Y'all, that's chilling. But it doesn't stop there. According to Gene Deal, the passing out of young stars wasn't just limited to Jermaine Dupri. Diddy allegedly had his own plans.
Because I heard him, and I'm giving you this, Aubrey. He stood up there and he said, in front of a lot of people, we were in the studio, and I said something to him and walked out the studio. He said, "Yo, I'ma drug their ass off and pick them out and pimp them out to my nigga." He said, "I'ma drug them out. I'ma get them all on drugs, and I'ma pimp their ass out to my nigga." And I was like, "Them somebody kids," and walked out.
Katt had known about this since 2011, which is why he called out Diddy and Jermaine Dupri. "What's happening, Puff? I'll be back to you if JD ain't had enough. Yeah, you remain the PR king of the pet, you ask me. Baby, you made the priest small as a child. I was Jay." But here's what's really wild. Even knowing how Katt felt about him, Diddy still allegedly tried to proposition him. According to Katt, Diddy went all out, even offering him $50 million for a one-night stand. Like, seriously? Diddy, read the room. An insider revealed that Diddy wasn't happy about being turned down and allegedly even sent people after Katt to kidnap him and take him to some unknown spot. Katt barely managed to escape, and that's a big part of why he's kept his distance from Diddy. Sources say Katt believes Diddy was trying to force him into a freak-off against his will, and he's just lucky to have gotten out. Now, you'd think that kind of experience would make Katt stay low and keep quiet, right? Well, if you thought that, you clearly don't know Katt Williams. That man is impossible to intimidate. The Illuminati has allegedly been coming for him for years, and he still calls them out. So Diddy's attempts to pressure him into a freak-off only made him more determined to speak out. Katt decided to go in on Diddy and expose some wild tea that we didn't even know about. Like the fact that the bromance between Diddy and Jay-Z allegedly goes way deeper than just friendship. There's a little bit of hanky-panky going on, allegedly. But before we get into Katt's revelations, let's talk about how 50 Cent has been trolling Diddy since Cassie's lawsuit dropped. It's like 50 has been waiting for the perfect moment to come for Diddy even harder than before. After Diddy's fourth lawsuit, 50 said, no, he will be fine. He has so much money. When his corporate partners pull out, he will just reach into his pockets and make it happen. You saw how fast he paid Cassie. he's a real billionaire. He has FU money, guys. So FU Diddy, do it coming soon. In another IG post, 50 Cent shared a video of Eddie Griffin cracking jokes about Diddy's long-standing beef with Suge Knight. On his Twitter page, 50 Cent said, "I thought Diddy was a billionaire music mogul. If he's smart, he'll file bankruptcy now. Anyone with real money knows why I'm saying this. I'm the best producer for the job, guys. Here comes the receipts." Now, let's get back to Katt's tea about Jay-Z and Diddy. Jaguar Wright had an interview where she straight up claimed that Diddy and Jay-Z were more than just friends. She hinted at some intimate moments between them, if you catch my drift.
Lottery with Honeycomb and aka Diddy. And
why do you give him the honeycombs? Why do you give him honeycombs?
Because he's fat. That's what the side of my. Anyway,
and you know 50 Cent had to join that party too. He shared a video of him on stage with Diddy and Jay-Z, capturing the moment when Diddy playfully smacked Jay-Z's butt on stage in front of thousands of people. Like what? But according to Katt Williams, there's way more going on than what meets the eye. He claims that Jay-Z and Diddy have been involved in some shady business together, not just freak-offs, but also allegedly grooming younger women. You know the saying, birds of a feather flock together, right? Well, Katt believes that definitely applies here. Jaguar Wright stepped up to reveal that Diddy wasn't alone in his mess because he and Jay-Z were allegedly in cahoots. She also claimed that Jay-Z has managed to get away with the same type of behavior because he's been way more careful and, let's be real, a lot smarter than Diddy.
Sean Carter is worse.
Oh, man.
He's smarter. He's patient. He's not sloppy.
Mm-hmm.
This pussy been lining up people he calls friends and stepping to the side while they get hit by the guillotine for 30 fucking years.
Katt backed up Jaguar on that, claiming that Diddy and Jay-Z allegedly groomed women together. He pointed out that even though Diddy has been the one getting dragged over this for years, Jay-Z is definitely not innocent either. Katt also brought up how Jay-Z has allegedly been involved with Foxy Brown way before he met Beyonce. They first met when she was just 14 or 15 years old, while Jay was 27. These rumors have been floating around for a minute, but Foxy has always insisted that nothing happened between her and Jay, claiming they were just friends. But let's be real, what 27-year-old man wants to be friends with a 15-year-old girl? Y'all got nothing in common? There's even a blind item on Reddit that said, "I don't want no smoke with the Beehive." But let's examine her husband. He was dealing with the 14 or 15-year-old Foxy Brown, involved romantically with her, writing sexually explicit vulgar lyrics, used her as a drug mule on his trips to Maryland. He has always been known to degrade women during these times, so let's not act like he is beyond this type of behavior when it is documented. Katt also pointed out how Jay-Z literally turned a blind eye when his bestie at the time, R. Kelly, groomed Aaliyah and married her when she was a minor. Even after all that came out, Jay-Z kept collaborating with R. Kelly. They even dropped a joint album titled The Best of Both Worlds, right in the middle of R. Kelly's allegations. But hold on to your wigs, because Katt's allegations about Diddy and Jay-Z get even wilder. He claims that Diddy allegedly helped Jay-Z drug Beyonce. Jaguar Wright claimed that Jay-Z is a monster who is so obsessed with keeping Beyonce in his control that he keeps her drugged up.
A monster. Not knowing he's a monster for years. I waited a long time to see if he would grow a conscience. And the more drugs he pumps down his wife's throat to keep her in a character.
No, girl.
She then asked the Beehive to start a Free Beyonce campaign because she is allegedly a prisoner in her marriage.
This right now, y'all talking about Free Britney. Y'all need to be doing a campaign that say Free Beyonce.
Beyonce is funny.
She is a prisoner in a gilded cage.
Oh no. If Beyonce is in prison, she's one of the most expensive persons ever.
Yes, she is. And she's watched 24 hours a day. She's not allowed to make a choice for herself, not at all, not in any way. People think she has an amazing life. She is told what to say, she is told what to eat, she is told what to drink, she is told what to wear.
By whom?
She is not her husband's wife, she is his employee. It's a business arrangement. She was a dowry.
Katt was the first to link that to Diddy, claiming that Diddy helped Jay-Z do it. And with the recent allegations of Diddy being exposed for allegedly drugging people, it's not all that shocking that he might have something to do with it. With all these allegations made against Diddy, I guess we shouldn't be so surprised that Diddy allegedly put a hit out on Katt. I mean, he was already in hot water because of Cassie's lawsuit, and Katt's revelations just made things 10 times worse for him. As you can expect, fans have had a lot to say about this situation. One fan said, Katt been exposed in Hollywood, but people called him crazy. He told us about those parties in Hollywood. A lot of your favorite actors and musicians are involved in some sinister stuff, especially involving children. A lot of people are not ready for the truth. Another person said, Katt has been telling the truth for over 2 decades now, and everybody just called him crazy and have tried to have him blacklisted and destroyed his reputation and character throughout the years so they could make him shut up and go away. But Katt took a licking and kept on coming back. And yet another fan chimed in, always knew about Jay-Z. We always knew about Diddy, but I always felt like Jay-Z had a lot of secrecy with him, and I'm not talking about drug dealing either. I'm talking about exactly what is being shown. Woo, y'all! It's been one heck of a week in celebrity drama land. What are your thoughts on all this? Drop your comments below, hit that subscribe button, and stay tuned for more piping hot tea. Until next time, this is Sophie Scoop, signing off and reminding you to keep it real and keep it messy. Bye! Bye!